Hi, my name is Joel Matthew, UR15CS177, and I'm going to be explaining my third experiment from database lab. So, the experiment is to execute basic SQL commands. So, I'm going to be explaining aggregate functions, group by and order by clause, and built-in functions. So, using the previously made tables, which are student membership, book, and is record, I'm going to be executing these queries. So, to how many students are members in the library? So, to use this, I'm using the aggregate function called count star. So, select count star from membership, and this gives all the members inside the membership table. And next is to how tell how many books have been issued to the students. So select count star from is record. So this displays all the issued books, the number of issued books, and what is the average price of the books inside the library. So select average price inside bracket from book. So this displays the average price. And next is what is the maximum price of the books inside the library. So to use this, we have the function called max. So select max price from book. And next we have what is the total cost of the books inside the library. So for this, we have the function called sum. So to display the total price, we have select sum and column name, which is price from book. And the next query is to display all the details of the records whose student name starts with A. So select star from student, where student name like A percentage. So A, the starting letter should be A, and after that we can have any length amount of a word. And next, the query is to display the book number and book name from book table, and the result should be in descending and ascending order of the number of book details. So as you can see here, select book number, book name from book, order by book number, if and ascending. So this ascending is actually optional, since it is by default order by selects in ascending order. And for descending, we have the same query, but in the end we have to specify decreasing using DESC. And the next query is to display how many distinct authors books are there in the library. So we have the function called count distinct. So select count select count distinct author from book. So there are 5 distinct authors books inside the library. And the next is to display the books which have been issued before June 2014. So select book number from is record, where issue date is less than 1st June 14. So this is the only book which was issued before June 14th. And so for the next command, which is actually to display the months between 1st January 2011 and 1st August 2014. So for this, we have a function called months between. So we use select months between, we write date and the date, destination date, the final date, comma, date, and the first date from dual is actually a dummy table. So this will calculate the months between these two dates, and that is 43. And the next function is to queries to display the total number of books borrowed by a student whose membership ID is 15677. So we have that using this one, select count book number from is record, where member number is 15677. And next we are going to be executing the built-in functions init, cap, lower and upper. So for this we are going to be using the dummy table dual. So the syntax is select init cap, and we put some text here, and then we specify init cap from dual. So what it will do is the first letter of each of these words will become caps, and the syntax is similar for upper and lower functions as well. Instead of init cap, we are going to be replacing with upper and lower. So when we use upper function, all the letters will become uppercase, and when we use lower function, all the letters will become lowercase. So next is to display the books according to alphabetical order. So we can again use order by. So select book name from book order by book name and ascending. So next we are going to be using again built-in functions floor, ABS, and round and trunk. So we are again going to be using dual table. So the syntax is select abs from for 2.040 from dual. So what this does is it removes all the trailing zeros, and select floor of 2.040 from dual. So what this gives is the floor value, which is the closest integer value, or the greatest integer which is smaller than this value. And for round, so this round function will actually give the round value for this 2.040. so we can actually specify up to which decimal place we have to round this value. Since we have not given anything, it takes it as 0, so it will give the round off to the integer value. And same goes for select trunk function 2.040, and this again gives the value 2. So the next question is which is the book which is purchased most recently. So for this we are going to be using the aggregate function called max. So select max issue date from issue record. So this gives the most recent issue date from the issue record table. And so the next query is to display the total number of books from each author. So how we do this is select count book name, comma author from book. We use group by author. So each of these values will be grouped according to the author, as you can see here. And next is to find out how many books are there in each category of the library. So we are going to be grouping it by category. So as you can see, select count book name category from book, group by category, and then we have find out the total number of students from each of the departments. So we are going to be using the student table. So select count student name, comma department from student, group by department. So generally when we are using aggregate functions, it's we have to use group by, and if we have any conditions using aggregate functions, we are going to be using having clause. So yeah, and these are the last two. So we have what would be the total fine amount that is pending inside the library. So we are going to be using sum. So select sum fine from issue record. So this is the total fine which has to be paid. And what would be the total cost of the books under each category. So select sum price, comma category from book, group by category. So in each category, what will be the sum of all the books inside each of these categories. So thank you for listening to me.